here we're going to demonstrate how to select the target from the target wheel and, if necessary, replace the target. There are cases where in systems we have multiple targets that are mounted on the same target plate position. So we need a mapping of some sort. If we look at the target wheel drawing, in this case, we can see the target wheel here, which has 12 positions. And in each position, this is the base configuration. It's 1 to 12. We see 12. These are the first 12 definitions of targets in the system. Or there may be multiple targets on the plate. That's a different case. Here, the case is that each target, you can see the target is on a different plate. So what happens when we select a target from the target wheel? We have a list here of almost 57 different targets. So we can see here on this plate, specific plate, which is target plate number 10. Let's zoom in a little bit. On target plate number 10, we have different 4-bar targets and a step target that, when requested, must be mounted on the target plate, or when needed, let's put it this way. So let's go back to our controller on the device center, which is easiest to demonstrate. Right now we're set at 0.3 cycles per milliradian. If we click on the target bar, of the controller, we see the whole target list. So we can select whatever target we want, and the target wheel will rotate. So let's select, in our case, 3 cycles per milliradian. So you see 3 cycles. When we select that, the target wheel is going to start moving. Okay, but what we see that actually, instead of displaying or projecting the 3 cycle per milliradian 4-bar target, we see the target wheel, the step target. So if we look back at the drawing, we see that it's probably one of these targets. Or if we look back, we had selected target 21, T21. T21, if we look at the table or the map, 21 is 3 cycles per milliradian. And if we zoom out a little bit, we see that it is on target plate 10, index 1. Index is not that critical. What's important is that we recognize that it's on target plate 1. So we see that the 3 cycle per milliradian is on target plate 1. That means when we replace the target, or we want to put that target in that plate, we need to select plate number 10, and I'll show you in a minute. And if we wanted the 5.8 cycle per milliradian target, which is target number 32, it too is on the same plate number 10, index 2, which it's just a matter of the mapping, but physically it's still plate 10. And of course, if we go down to 52 or 53, we see the step target, and the step target is actually plate number 4. It's plate number 10, but index 4. So we can go back here and we can see that. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, but physically it's still mounted on the same position or plate number. So what we have to do now is replace the target. Okay, before we can replace the target on the target wheel, a word of caution is that we should turn off the power to the controller because the target wheel is under power. And when we try and replace the target plate on the target wheel, we might put some pressure, and if there's some resistance, it may cause some issues on mechanics of the system. So what we need to do, we know that the target wheel is controlled by the black body, the SR800 controller. So what we need to do is we need to shut down the power to the target wheel or to the controller of the target wheel. So we just turn it off. Now the target wheel will be free to rotate, but we've lost any kind of indication of where the system is. So when we power up, the controller will go through its homing procedure and should find the correct position. But also, we can do a homing manually or do our own homing if we need or we're concerned that it's not in the position. Okay, thank you. Okay, here we have the target box. And I highlighted all the targets with index 1. That means I selected all the targets on the first tier of the target wheel. So we know that the 3 cycle per milliradian, well, trust me, it may be hard to see, is here. So this says 10-1. If we take a look here, this is, and usually we have inscribed on the target the value. So it says 4 bar, 3 cycle per milliradian. So I know that I've selected the correct bar because there's so many 4 bar targets, it's very difficult to know which one is exactly the one that I need. This is the one that we're going to replace on the target wheel. Okay? So remember the target has 2 sides. One a shiny side and one an opaque black side. This is the side that's facing inside the collimator. It's painted with a special coating which has a very high emissivity. So this is used also for the black bodies and thermal imagers so that it won't display different or minor changes in the temperature values when the camera is looking inside the collimator. All right, so the target wheel, if we see the target, since we turned off the power, we can turn the target wheel. Now don't apply any lateral pressure on there because you may force the axis to be off-centered, and then the focusing may be ruined. And we would have to come and replace it or refocus the system. Anyways, we see the plates are numbered 1 through 10. This is the step target. We're going to have to take it out. Now these are magnetic, so it's very simple to take out. You just pull it out, and I just put the target over here. And now, since the target is going to be placed 90 degrees from here, that means that we want the target to be vertical, right? So, yeah. You see the numbering here, the index numbering. We have to keep the same kind of numbering here. There's a little pin here in the slot where we can put it in. And it just fits in. Now here it's horizontal, but when it turns 90 degrees, it'll be vertical. And that's all there is to do it. And now we need to turn on the power to the controller so the target wheel will do its homing, or we can do it manually through the device center. Okay, so, wow. So as we can see, I've powered up the system. So the controller, SR800 controller, is doing its power up sequence, which is testing, doing a built-in test for the source stage and the target wheel. So the target wheel is going to go back to the current position that it was when it was last powered off, which is actually the visible integrating sphere. And if you can see in here, the target wheel will go back to position 10 or plate 10, and we'll see the 3-cycle per milliradian target that we had selected. So assume that we've powered up the system and it's basically doing its homing. So if we select the homing button, you see that the system is doing its power up and homing mechanism. Okay, so now we see that this is the correct 3-cycle per milliradian 4-bar target that we inserted on the target plate. That's all there is to it.